In this lecture, we are going to calculate the deformation of a uniform rod that is subjected to axial load. So here the question is, consider a uniform rod subjected to a uniform axial load as illustrated in figure. It can be readily shown that the deformation of the bar is governed by the differential equation. So this is the governing differential equation with the boundary conditions. So here two boundary conditions are given. So that is u of 0 is equal to 0 and du by dx at x is equal to L is equal to 0. So here this is our governing differential equation, and the boundary conditions are, so the first boundary condition is u is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0, and the second boundary condition is du by dx is equal to 0 at x is equal to L. So we know that according to weighted residual method we have four types, and in that the first type is point collocation method, and according to point collocation method the residual is equal to 0. So here in the problem the method is not specified, so we can follow the first method, that is point collocation method. So first step we have to calculate the residual. So to calculate the residual we must assume a trial solution. Okay. So first is assumption of trial solution. So I am going to assume a trial solution, that is u is equal to c naught plus c1x plus c2 x square. So you can extend up to c3 x cube, c4 x4 4. But the minimum requirement is, here in the governing differential equation the maximum order is 2. So minimum you should have x square in your trial solution. So that is very important. For example, if here you have d power 4, then you should have x power 4 in your trial solution. And we know that the assumed trial solution should satisfy the boundary conditions. So here the trial solution, that is what we have assumed, will not satisfy the boundary condition. So what we have to do is we have to substitute the boundary conditions in the trial solution to make the trial solution satisfy the boundary conditions. Okay, so be clear about it. So two possibilities are there. First one is you should assume a trial solution that is satisfying your boundary condition, or otherwise you should assume a common trial solution like this, and you have to substitute the boundary conditions in the trial solutions to make the assumed trial solution satisfies the boundary condition. So here I have assumed a common trial solution, so I am going to substitute the boundary conditions here. So first let us substitute the boundary condition 1. Before that, consider this as equation number 1. So the first boundary condition is u is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0. So I'm going to substitute this in the first equation. So my first equation becomes 0 is equal to c naught plus c1 into 0, because x is equal to 0, plus c2 into 0. Now I will get c naught is equal to 0. So here I have calculated the value for the constant c naught. So now what I am going to do is I am going to substitute the c naught value, that is substitute c naught in equation number 1. So this is my equation number 1. So I can substitute it, that is u is equal to c naught is 0. So the remaining equation is c1x plus c2 x square, and consider this as equation number 2. Now the second boundary condition. So the second boundary condition is du by dx is equal to 0 at x is equal to L. So here now this is going to be my trial solution. So after calculating the second equation you should not consider the first equation, you have to use only the second equation. So here in the boundary condition du by dx is given, but in my trial solution I have u. So first step is calculation of du by dx. That is du by dx is equal to, it is c1 plus 2c2 x, because we know that if you differentiate x square then you will get 2 into x. So this is my du by dx. Fine. So I can substitute it. Du by dx is 0 at x is equal to L. So c1 plus 2c2 in the place of x, substitute the boundary condition value, that is x is equal to L. Now c1 is equal to minus 2c2 L. So this is my second constant. Okay. So now I can substitute the second constant, substitute c1 in equation number 2. So here my equation number 2 is u is equal to, in the place of c1 substitute minus 2c2 L plus c2 x square. Okay, and you can simplify this. Take c2 commonly outside. C2 minus 2L plus x square. Okay, and assume this as equation number 3. So now I have substituted the two boundary conditions in the trial solution. Now this is going to be my final trial solution, and this trial solution will satisfy the two boundary conditions. Okay, so now we have calculated the trial solution. So next step is, step number 2 is calculation of residual. Okay, so first step is calculation of trial solution and the second step is calculation of residual. So to calculate the residual, first step is we must write the governing differential equation, that is ae d square u by dx square plus q naught is equal to 0. So when we substitute the assumed trial solution in the governing differential equation, then that is our residual. So here in the governing differential equation we have d square u by dx square. So first I am going to calculate du by dx, that is equal to, so here it is c2 0 plus 2x. Further if I differentiate this, then I will get d square u by dx square, that is equal to 2c2. Okay, so now I can substitute this in the governing differential equation, that is ae 2c2 plus q, this is going to be my q naught, this is going to be my r. So this is my residual, that is very important. Okay, so the first step is calculation of trial solution, the second step is calculation of residual, and the third step is using weighted residual method. So as I told earlier, in the problem I am going to use the first method, that is point collocation method, and according to point collocation method the residual is equal to 0. So here this is going to be my residual, so it is ae 2c2 plus q naught is equal to 0. So from this equation I am going to calculate the next constant, that is c2. So my ae 2c2 is equal to minus q naught, further c2 is equal to minus q naught divided by 2ae. So this is the value for c3, and we know that after calculating the constant value we will substitute the constant in the trial solution. So I'm going to substitute the C2 value, that is substitute C2 in the previous trial solution, that is in the third equation. Okay, so here this is our third equation, that is C2 minus 2 plus x square. Okay, so I'm going to substitute the value of C2 in the third equation, in equation number 3. U is equal to C2 is minus Q naught divided by 2AE minus 2C, minus 2L plus x square. So this is going to be my final solution. Okay, I have substituted all the constant values in my assumed trial solution, and I have used the first method, that is point collocation method, to calculate the deflection of the given axial rod. So 3 steps you should remember. The first step is calculation of trial solution, the second step is calculation of residual, and the third step is by using any one of the weighted residual method you can find the solution. So in this problem the weighted residual method is not specified, so I have used the first method, that is point collocation method.